we have made a sugar olive body scrub.
Have you?
Well, Inaya made one for you and me. And then, of course, we dropped the bottle and spilled it everywhere. But the intent was good.
I think she's quite eclectic, but I think Italian. She likes pastas and, that kind of food.
Tandoori chicken, yellow dal, and roti.
Yeah, chicken too, but you don't like pasta?
I do like pasta.
So
But I mean, like, all-time favorite is like a sort of chicken tikka situation, which you have got for me many a time.
I think when Inaya sings, she loves Inaya's songs.
That's true.
Right now. Do, re, mi, fa.
That is true.
Here, a female.
Yeah, as if there was any doubt as to which song.
I think she was very fond of English literature and history. History, of course,
That's true.
she read history at university, but she was also very fond of. She was a voracious reader. Is a voracious reader.
Well, was a voracious reader. Now I'm a collector of books.
Once upon a time, when she was, let's say, around 10, one day she had copious tears because there was no dessert. My mug cook hadn't made it for some reason, and she was, inconsolable. And now she doesn't even look at it. I mean, of course, when nobody's looking or when she's in the mood, she loves chocolate cakes. And once she left it on the bed because she was so secretive about it. She left it on the bed and with much anticipation, and she quickly went to the bathroom and came back and saw the dog, Masti, had
the whole cake in her mouth. And I was so upset. Yeah, and chocolate cake is a favorite. Scrabble, I would say.
Absolutely. Just now we were playing Scrabble. Right
and
now.
Kunal has become so good. I don't know if you've noticed, but it has made certain headlines that he's beaten me by 100 points. Repeatedly. 100 points, Amma. I don't know how.
Cheating, absolutely.
I was thinking it's cheating, but I mean, I'm watching him like a hawk. I would say that read the newspaper is one of the things that she would do, I suppose, when she wakes up. Quite, she's quite disciplined about that and keeps up on the times and what is happening. I know you love the book version of it, English Patient, but I don't know how much you like the movie. And then, we both enjoy watching a lot of detective crime, British crime. So they're not movies, but they're sort of series. So whether it's, Agatha Christie or Hercule Poirot, Miss Marple, Midsummer Murders, versions of those, forensic drama. I think those kinds of entertainment.
That was in the past, Sohabia. But
really?
Now that in the lockdown, because I've really locked myself in, I'm not stepping out anywhere. So
Yes.
I didn't even know how to put on Netflix. I had it, but I never looked at it. It was always DVD and videos, etc. But now it's only Netflix. And I've discovered all old movies. So I'm watching Amir Khan. At the moment, there is a
Also, because when you watch one, it recommends more Amir Khan movies for you. I remember a month ago it was Nasiruddin Shah.
Yeah, well, yes. I would say she's more like my husband. She's more like her father because she's very. She doesn't say much. She's got, of course, a wonderful sense of humor, but she doesn't speak much, and she's takes the decision very from in a practical way, in a pragmatic way. And she's a wonderful teacher because a lot of people, like I couldn't, I was not tech savvy, but when Soha tells me, I understand.
But I think what we do share is a curiosity and a sense of wanting to improve ourselves. Like seeing what is happening, wanting to know what is happening around us and wanting to always, self-improve in certain ways. And I think that that's perhaps something that I've imbibed from my mother. Also, friendliness, generally, being sociable and enjoying good conversation, being interested in people and always feeling that any interaction that you have, you can learn something from it if you listen. In fact, I think there are a lot of similarities between Inaya and my mother, more so than me. Like Inaya takes an interest in appearance. She's very impressed when, she's speaking to someone. She notices someone's dress and she remembers it. And she says, tomorrow, will you get me a dress like that? And just today, she said, the bed that I was sleeping in Patodi, that print of the duvet cover was really pretty. And I would never notice something like that. And why would it strike her today, 2 months from when she slept in that bed?
I'm glad she's got something from me.
Yeah, I think she has a lot from you. Oh, so many. I mean, I think just, we've always felt, I think both Abba and Amma, instead of really sitting us down and explaining things to us or telling us, they sort of lived their lives on their own terms and did what they felt was right. And we watched them as children and learned from that to be able to embrace your own dreams and your own passions as something that you enjoy doing, and without the guilt. But of course, there was guilt, but to manage that, in a successful way. And again, as I always say, to have had a successful marriage, to be a successful parent, and to be a successful professional are, 3 caps that people really struggle with. And I think the fact that Amma perhaps did it following her heart and doing instinctively what she felt she wanted to do and being content within herself made her someone who could make other people happy because she was also generally happy. And I think that really sets the tone for the family. Now we're in touch through videos a lot. Inaya and Amma will talk a little bit online, but Inaya gets a little impatient with FaceTiming. So a lot of videos and video messages we exchange. And Amma brought it to my attention actually that I was interrupting Inaya because I want it to be succinct again. I want to send a 1.5 minute video that fits in WhatsApp and it gets the story across. And I remember Amma told me that you have to let her take the story where she wants to take it and let her say what she wants to, because if you interrupt her or lead her, she will try to make you happy and do and say what you want her to. But listen to her and see where she's taking it and what she wants to say. And I did do that. And often somebody, and especially I think someone who has your best interests and someone who's brought you up, who understands you and understands what you're doing, and who better than your mother, is in a good position to do that. But of course, young daughters also rebel against their mothers and their mother's advice all the time. And they want to do it by themselves and they want to prove something to their mothers as well, that, look, I can do it by myself. And often, Inaya and I will get into an argument in front of my mother. And I want to sort of show that, I know how to handle it. But of course, my child will show quite clearly that I don't know how to handle it. And that's when Amma will say, you can't win a battle with a 3-year-old. You just can't.
Soha was very stubborn. I mean, if I got a little angry or if I raised my voice with Saif, it worked, It worked with Sabah, but with her, it didn't work. Like if I told her that stand in the corner, she would start working out. And then what can you do? You can't do anything. So then I realized that I mustn't make these empty threats that I cannot execute. So, you had to distract her. So there were, all three children were different from each other. So you had to recognize that and know your child and apply, what would work with them.